In this subject, we have divided our course into 8 modules, and depending on the topic contents, each module again have been divided by few lectures. Finally, I have planned to complete the course of control system by 25 lectures. Hello, my dear students. In the last lecture, I have discussed construction of root locus for simple system. Today, I am starting 15th lecture of course on control system 1. Now, in the present lecture, I will going to introduce some numerical solution problems of root locus method. I will try to cover numerical solution problems of root locus method. Course outcome: modeling physical systems using transfer function to analyze system dynamic and steady state behavior. Objectives: to know if the system is absolutely stable and the degree of stability. To predict a system's performance by an analysis that does not require the actual solution of the differential equations. Use a root locus method to determine if a control system is stable or unstable. Today I will discuss numerical solution of root locus method. Because already I have discussed procedure of sketch of root locus method. Numerical solution problem 1. Sketch the root locus of the unity feedback system whose open loop transfer function is Gs equal to k divided by s into s square plus 5s plus 6. So this is open loop system is given. So here s equal to 0 minus 3 minus 2. That means number of poles are 3. We know that if denominator is 0, that means s into s square plus 5s plus 6 equal to 0. Then s equal to you get 0 and s square plus 5s plus 6. From this equation, roots of this minus 3 and minus 2. But if numerator is 0, so there is no s value. That means there is no 0. So z equal to 0. So there is no finite 0. Then calculate q. Q is the p minus z. That means number of poles minus number of 0. Number of poles is 3 and number of 0 is 0. Then 3 minus 0 we get 3. That means Q is the 3. So 3 number of root locus branch goes to infinity because there is no finite 0. Number of root locus branch always equal to the number of pole. So poles and zeros are drawn in a S-plane. So this is imaginary axis and this is real axis. Then here is no 0, so only poles are present, 0 minus 3 minus 2. This is 0 and another is minus 2, another is minus 3. So pole indicate by cross sign. Then find the root locus exist on the real axis. Where is the root locus exist in a real axis? If we consider any test point between this 0 and minus 2, that means, sir, this is considered a point. then right hand side of this test point, summation of all zeros and pole, if odd, then root locus exists between this pole and 0. That means if we consider any test point this side, then right hand side only one pole is exists. That means odd. So root locus exists 0 to -2. Similarly, if we consider any set point between this -2 and -3, that means right hand side of this set point, total number of poles are 0. That means only 2 poles are present. So there is no root locus exist in the real axis between this -2 and -3. Similarly, to consider any set point left hand side of this pole, then consider this right hand side, total number of poles, that means summation of poles and zeros are 3, that means odd. So root locus exists between these. So there is no another pole and 0. So this is exists to infinity. That means root locus exists on the real axis between 0 to -2 and -3 to infinity. So this side is obviously negative real axis. So this is considered negative infinity. We know that definition of root locus. That means root locus always start from open loop pole when k equal to 0 and finish to the open loop 0 when k equal to infinity. That means when k equal to 0, then open loop poles are 0, -2, -3. That means root locus start from 0, -2 and -3. Then calculate angle of asymptotes. This formula is phi q equal to 2q plus 1 into 180 degree divided by p minus z. That means number of poles minus number of 0. So number of poles is 3 and this is 0. That means 3. And if consider q equal to 0, that is q is the p minus 3. That means 3. So there are 3 number of asymptotes. Find the 3 angles of asymptote. When q equal to 0, then 180 by 3, that means 60 degree. When q equal to 0, 3 into 180 by 3, that means 180 degree. When q equal to 2, that means 5 into 180 divided by 3, then this angle is 300 degree. Then find the centroid of asymptotes. This symbol is sigma A. This is equal to sum of real parts of poles minus sum of real parts of 0 divided by number of poles minus number of 0. So sum of poles means -0, -3, -2, minus there is no 0. So the centroid of asymptote is -1.67. Then draw asymptote and centroid of asymptote, angle of asymptote in a plane. Here is a -1.67. Then draw 60 degree. From this real axis, this angle is 60 degree. Then draw 180. So this is 180. So this another asymptote. This is asymptote angle wise 60 degree and this is the another angle, asymptote angle is 180 degree. And then third asymptote using this 300 angle. So 300 angle from this side to this side, this is 300. Then draw this third asymptote. Using this 3 angle of asymptotes, we can draw three asymptotes from this centroid of asymptote. We know that root locus are symmetrical with respect to the real axis. So obviously these asymptotes are symmetrical with respect to the real axis because root locus move along to these asymptotes. Then calculate break-even point. One root locus start from this 0, another root locus start from this -2. Then these two root locus meet at a point in a real axis. So find this point. So this point is called break-even point. Consider characteristic equation 1 plus GSHS equal to 0. 1 plus GSHS, here is HS is 1, so GS is given this value. So this is equal to 0, so find K equal to, we get minus s to the power 3 plus 5s square plus 6s. This K is differentiate with respect to s, that means dk by ds equal to 0. This final equation is 3s square plus 10s plus 6 equal to 0. This power is 2, that means there are two roots of this equation. So this roots is minus 2.5, another is minus 0.78. Not all these roots are on the locus. On these two real roots, there exists one roots on the root locus because minus 2.5, this point is minus 2.5. There is no root locus between minus to minus 3. So this is not a break-even point. But here minus 0.78, this point exists here. That means this point present in the root locus. So this is called break-even point. So these two root locus meet at that point and move to the infinity along this asymptote. These two are. And another root locus start from minus 3 and move to the infinity along to this asymptote. There is no complex poles and zeros. So that's why no calculation of angle of departure and angle of arrival. This root locus crosses this imaginary axis. That means this root locus branch passes in the right hand side of the S-plane. Then system is unstable system. When root locus present at the imaginary axis, then root locus is a marginally stable system. Then find what is the value of K and A at imaginary axis using a route array. So we know that characteristic equation is equal to 1 plus GSHS equal to 0. Then from this 1 plus GSHS, we get s to the power 3 plus 5s square plus 6s plus k equal to 0. Using this route array, that means s cube, s square, s1, s0. So this is 1 and then write down 6. This is 5, 1 after 1 and this is k. Then 5 into 6 minus 1 into k divided by 5. And 5 into 0, this 0, so this value is 0. And what is the value of this? Is into k minus 5 into 0 divided by this, then we get k. We know that when all values of any row is 0, then poles are present at imaginary axis. If we consider this is equal to 0, then all values of this row is 0. Then find k. So k equal to 30. That means at imaginary axis, value of k is 30. Then above equation, we consider auxiliary equation. So this is 5s square plus k equal to 0. And at imaginary axis, k equal to 30. So write down k equal to 30. Then find value of s plus minus j 2.45. So this value of s at the imaginary axis. From this figure, I have seen that if k greater than 30, then the system is unstable because the roots are present right hand side of the S-plane. If k equal to 30, then the system is marginally stable system. If k equal to less than 30, then the system is stable. Numerical solution problem 2. Sketch the root locus of the unity feedback system whose open loop transfer function is Gs equal to k into s plus 3 divided by s square minus s minus 2. Then if denominator is 0, then find the poles of the system. There are two number of poles and poles are 2 minus 1. And if numerator is 0, then s plus 3 equal to 0, then s equal to value is minus 3. So z equal to 1. So q equal to p minus z, that means 2 minus 1 equal to 1. There are number of root locus branch are 2 because p equal to 2 and q equal to 1. That means one root locus branch goes to the infinity and another root locus branch finish to the finite 0. And poles and 0 draw in the S-plane. So this is the plus 2 pole and this is minus 1 pole. Another 0 is minus 3. Symbol of 0 is circle. Then find the root locus exist on the real axis. So 2 minus 1, if consider any set point, then right hand side poles only 1, then this is odd. So root locus exists between 2 to minus 1. Similarly, this to this, if consider any point at that side, then right hand side poles are 2, that means even. So there is no root locus branch. Similarly, if you consider any point on this real axis, then consider right hand side poles and zeros are 3, that means 2 plus 1, 3. So odd, that means root locus exist on the real axis up to the infinity because there is no another poles and zeros. So 2 and minus 1 and minus 3 and negative infinity. This is the root locus exist on the real axis. Then find the angle of asymptote phi q equal to 2q plus 1 into 180 degree divided by p minus z, that means 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 means q equal to 1. So number of asymptote is 1, angle of asymptote is 1. So consider q equal to 0. Q equal to 0, then 180. So only one asymptote. Then find the centroid of asymptote. Sigma A equal to summation of poles minus summation of 0. So minus 1 plus 2 minus minus 3 divided by P minus Z. So this answer is 4. Then this is centroid of asymptote. From this centroid of asymptote, draw a asymptote. This angle is 180. That means this is the only one asymptote. breakaway point and break-in point. So taking characteristic equation 1 plus GSH is equal to 0. So 1 plus k into s plus 3 divided by s square minus s minus 2 equal to 0. So from this equation calculate this value. So k equal to, we get minus s square minus s minus 2 divided by s plus 3. Then dk by ds equal to 0. K differentiate with respect to s. Then final equation is s square plus 6s minus 1 equal to 0. Then find the roots of this characteristic equation. Then s equal to minus 6.2, another roots is 0.16. 0.16. That means this point lies on the real axis. Similarly, another point minus 6.2 this side. This is also lies on the root locus branch, and this point is present on the root locus branch. That means these 2 points are called breakaway point and is break-in point. So we know that from this definition of root locus start from -2 and -1 and meet at a point. This point is called breakaway point because these root locus are departure from this real axis and incoming to this point -6.2. So this is called break-in point. Then one locus moves to the 0, another root locus moves to infinity. These root locus are symmetrical with respect to real axis. Then find the imaginary axis crossing point. Taking characteristic equation 1 plus k GSH is equal to 0. Then this equation is s square plus s into k minus 1 plus 3k minus 2 equal to 0. Then s square is 1 is 0. This is 1. This is 3k minus 2 and this is k minus 1 and this is 0. Find this value k minus 1 into 3k minus 2 minus 1 into 0 divided by k minus 1. So this is answer. We get two values. When k minus 1 equal to 0, then we get k equal to 1. Another put 3k minus 2 equal to 0, then we get k equal to 0.646. Corresponding to this value, we get s equal to 0. Another is plus minus j1. That means at that point, one is k equal to 0, then s equal to plus minus j1 when k equal to 0.604 at that point. Then k is equal to 0. When k 0 to 1, then this point. So system is unstable. When k equal to 0, then the system is marginally stable system. When k greater than 1, then system is stable. Then I will discuss third numerical solution problem. A unity feedback control system has an open loop transfer function is given gs equal to k divided by s into s square plus 2s plus 5. H the root locus of the system. Then find the open loop poles s equal to 0. Another poles are -1 plus minus j2. So this is the complex conjugate poles. That means number of poles are 3. But there is no finite is 0. That means A is equal to 0. So Z equal to 0. So find Q. Q equal to P minus Z. That means 3 minus 0. So 3. So 3 root locus branch move to the infinity. Then draw the poles and 0. There is no 0 and only one open loop pole at the origin, and draw another open loop complex pole. This is plus 2, that means J2, and this is minus 1. So this point is minus 1 plus J2. Similarly, for this point, this is minus 1 and this is minus J2. When k equal to 0, then root locus start. So that's why we can write k equal to 0, k equal to 0, k equal to 0. So root locus start from open loop poles and finish to the open loop 0. That means infinity, because there is no finite 0. Then find angle of asymptotes. Pi k equal to 2q plus 1 into 180 divided by p minus z, that is 3 minus 0. So 3 number of asymptote, that means calculate 3 angle of asymptote. When k equal to 0, then this angle is 60 degree. When k equal to 1, then this angle is 180 degree. When k equal to 2, this angle is 360 degree. Then find the centroid of asymptotes. Sigma A, summation of all poles minus summation of 0 divided by 3 minus 0. Then this answer is minus 0.66. Then draw from this centroid of asymptote is minus 0.66. One angle is 60 degree. Then draw the asymptote. Another angle is 180 degree. Then draw this another asymptote. And third asymptote is angle 300 degree. So draw this third asymptote. These two are obviously symmetrical with the real axis. And this asymptote always start from this real axis and move to the infinity. Then find the breakaway point. 1 plus GSHS equal to 0. So from this equation, k equal to this value, then calculate dk by ds equal to 0. So this equation is 3s square plus 4s plus 5 equal to 0. Then roots of this equation are minus 0.66, another is plus minus j 1.1. But these points are not breakaway points because they do not appear on the root locus. Thus, there are no breakaway points in this system. Then find the angle of departure for complex pole. The angle of departure is the angle at which the locus leaves a pole in the S-plane. Then first, consider this complex pole is a face point. Then another portion 0 connected by a straight line to this face point. Then find the phi d. Phi d is the angle of departure. This is equal to 180 minus sum of angles of vectors drawn to the set point poles from other poles minus sum of angle vectors drawn to this pole from the others 0. But there is no another 0. So this value is 0. Only consider sum of angles vector to draw the set point to the others poles. That means phi p1. So find this angle. So first find this angle, because you can easily calculate this angle. This angle is tan inverse y by x. That means imaginary part by a real part. That imaginary part is 2 and real part is 1. That means tan inverse 2 by 1. But phi p equal to this total angle is 180. 180 minus this angle, we get phi p1. So that's why we can write 180 minus tan inverse by 1. This is equal to 180 minus this angle is 63.4. So this value is 116.6 degree. Then another 5p, his angle is 90 degree plus 90. So 5p angle of departure at that pole is equal to 180 minus 116.6 plus 90 degree. So this is equal to minus 26.6 degree. So this is the angle of departure for that pole. Similarly, if you consider another angle of departure for that pole, so this is obviously plus 26.6 degree because these two are in opposite and equal. So if we get this one is positive angle of departure, so this is obviously answer is negative angle of departure. Then draw minus 26.6 degree. This angle is minus 6.6 degree. And draw from this pole, this is plus 26.6 degree. So this root locus start from this two complex pole by this angle is minus 26.6 degree and another is the plus 26.6 degree. So root locus departure and finish to the infinity along to this asymptote. Both are the symmetrical with respect to real axis. So this root locus crosses the imaginary axis. Then find the value of k at A at the crossing point. Using characteristic equation, 1 plus GSH is equal to 0. Then from this equation, so the equation is S3 plus 2s square plus 5s plus k equal to 0. S cube s square is 1 is 0. So this is 1, then 5, then 2, then k. So 2 into 5 minus 1 into k divided by 2. And this is 0 and this is 10 minus k by 2 into k, 2 into 0 divided by this. So this value is k. If we consider this is 0, then find k equal to 10. That means this row is totally 0. Then taking auxiliary equation, that means 2s square plus k. So from this auxiliary equation, calculate s. S equal to plus minus j 2.23. Then at that point, k equal to 10 and s equal to plus j 2.23 and this is minus j 2.23. This is the final diagram of root locus. So if k greater than 10, then system is unstable because root locus present right hand side of the S-plane. If k equal to 10, then system is marginally stable system. If k less than 10, then system is stable system. Numerical solution problem 4. If the root locus of the unity feedback system whose open loop transfer function is Gs equal to k into s square minus 2s plus 2 divided by s plus 2 into s plus 3 into s plus 4. Then denominator equal to 0. Then find poles R -2, -3, -4. So number of poles are 3, and if numerator equal to 0, that means s square minus 2s plus 2 equal to 0, then we get two complex roots. That means plus 1 plus minus j1. So number of zeros are 2. Then draw in the S-plane. This is -2, this is -3, this is -4. These are the poles. And 0 is +1. That means this is positive side +1 plus j1, and this is minus j. Then locus start from -2, -3, -4 and finish to this two complex 0 and another is infinity. Then find where the root locus exists on the real axis. If consider any point between these, then right hand side pole is only 1, so odd. So root locus lies between -2 and -3. Similarly, consider this any point between -3 to -4. Then right hand side is number of poles only 2. Then even, so there is no root locus. Similarly, if consider this right hand side, then 3 poles. So if odd, that means root locus present left up of this -4 to infinity. Then find the angle of asymptotes. Phi q equal to 2q plus 1 into 180 degree divided by p minus 2, that is 1. So only one angle of asymptote. So q equal to 0, then phi 0 equal to 180 degree. Then calculate centroid of asymptote. Sigma a equal to sum of all poles minus sum of all zeros divided by 3 minus 2. So this is equal to -11. Then calculate breakaway point. 1 plus GSHS equal to 0. Then 1, this is GSHS. Then find k equal to minus s square plus 5s plus 6 into s plus 4 divided by s square minus 2s plus 2. So find dk by ds. That means k differentiate with respect to s. Then from this equation we got s to the power 4 minus 4s cube minus 38s square minus 12s plus 100 equal to 0. Find the roots of this equation, that is s to the power 4. So 4 roots of this equation. From this figure, we know that only one breaker point present between -2 to -3. That means using trial and error method, and one point consider -2 to -3. That means this point. Another 3 points are not determined this because these points are not required. Only breaker point is required. And centroid of asymptote is -11 at that side, and asymptote is 180 degree to the infinity. Then find angle of arrival at a complex 0. The angle of arrival is the angle at which the locus arrives at the 0 in the S-plane. Then find the formula of angle of arrival is equal to 180 degree minus sum of angles vector drawn to the set point 0 from other 0 minus sum of angle vectors drawn to the zeros from other poles. That means there are two complex 0. We consider only one is a set point. Then all zeros and poles are connected to this set point by the straight line. Then we get theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4. Then calculate theta 1. Theta 1 is the 90-degree angle. This is theta 1, 90-degree angle. Then minus summation of all angle, that means 0 to connected another pole. Theta 2 plus theta 3 plus theta 4. Then calculate theta 2. Theta 2, this angle, equal to tan inverse y by x. So y is the 1 and x is, that is, magnitude. 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4 plus 1 5. That is tan inverse 1 by 5. This is 11 degree. And then calculate theta 3, this angle. This is equal to tan inverse y divided by 1, 2, 3, 4. That means tan inverse 1 by 4, 14 degree. Next calculate theta 4. Theta 4 equal to tan inverse y by 1 plus 2 plus 3. 3. So this is 18.43 degree. Then all are summation, because this minus minus plus, then this value is 137.43 degree angle. This is for this complex 0. If you calculate this angle of arrival for this 0, so this is obviously minus 137.43 degree, because these two are in opposite and equal. Then draw the root locus. So root locus branch start from this minus 2 and minus 3 and meet at that point. This is break-even point and finish to the finite 0. So draw the plus 137.43 degree and this angle is minus 137.43 degree for this complex 0. Then this root locus enter to this complex 0 by this angle. Similarly, this one is entered this complex 0 by this angle. And another root locus branch move to the infinity along to this asymptote. Then this root locus branch crosses the imaginary axis. Then find the crossing point. These two root locus are symmetrical with respect to the real axis. Then using characteristic equation, 1 plus GSH is equal to 0. So s to the power 3 9k s square plus 26 minus 2ks plus 24 plus 2k equal to 0. So using Routh array, then we get this value and this value. If this is equal to 0, then all value of this row is 0. Then find k. So k equal to 11.8 and another is minus 8.8. So this is not accepted because k is not negative. K always we consider 0 to infinity, that means positive value. If we consider 24 plus 2k equal to 0, then we get k equal to minus 12. So this is not accepted. Then taking auxiliary equations, so 9k s square plus 24 plus 2k equal to 0. When k equal to 11.8, then s equal to plus minus j 1.51. So at that point, k equal to 11.8 and s equal to plus j 1.51 and this is minus j 1.51. If k equal to 11.1, then system is marginally stable system. If greater than 11.1, so the system is unstable. If below 11.1, then system is stable. Numerical solution problem 5. The open loop transfer function of a control system is given by GSHS equal to k into s square minus 2s plus 5 divided by s square plus 1.5s minus 1. Fetch the root locus and find the value of k that gives the system characteristic equation a damping ratio of 0.5. Then find poles numerator equal to 0, then we get poles equal to minus 2, another is 0.5. That means number of poles are 2. Similarly, if numerator is equal to 0, so s square minus 2s plus 5 equal to 0, then s equal to 1 plus minus j2. So number of zeros are 2. So q equal to p minus j, that means 0, 2 minus 2. So there is no asymptote because root locus branch are 2 and 2 finite zeros are present in the system. That means 2 root locus branch finish to the finite 0. So draw the poles and zeros in the S-plane and root locus start from 0.5 and minus 2 because root locus lies between 0.5 to minus 2. Then these two root locus branch meet at a point. So this point is called break-eye point. So find the break-eye point. 1 plus GSHS equal to 1 plus k into s square minus 2s plus 5 divided by s square plus 1.5s minus 1 equal to 0. So from this equation we get k. Then find dk by ds equal to 0. Then from this equation we get roots is s equal to minus 0.46. Another root is minus 23.53. That means this point present in the root locus branch. So this is break-eye point. Then find the angle of arrival at a complex 0. The angle of arrival is the angle at which the locus arrive at a 0. So phi A equal to 180 degree minus sum of angles of the vector drawn to the set point to the 0 from other 0 minus sum of angles vector drawn is 0 from another pole. So if we consider this is set point, then this set point 0 to connected another zeros and poles by the straight line. Then this angle is theta 2 and this is theta 1 and this is theta 3. So theta 2 is 90 degree, so minus 90 degree. Another angle or summation. So calculate theta 1. Theta 1 is the tan inverse y by x. Y is the 2, this magnitude is 2 and x is this magnitude plus 1 to 0.5. That means 0.5. So 2 by 0.5. So this angle is 76 degree. And then calculate theta 3. Theta 3 is the tan inverse y is 2 x. X is 1, 2, 3. That means tan inverse 2 by 3. So this angle is 34. If we consider another complex 0, then we get same value but opposite of this complex 0. Then phi a equal to 200 degree for that 0. Then angle of arrival for this complex 0 is equal to minus 200. Then draw plus 200 degree is angle, and this is the minus 200 degree is angle. Then root locus start from minus 2 and 0.5 and meet at that point. This is called break-eye point, and finish to this finite 0 when k equal to infinity. So this root locus arrive this complex 0 along this angle of arrival. So this root locus crosses the imaginary axis. Then find the crossing point of imaginary axis using route array. So taking characteristic equation of 1 plus GSH is equal to 0, then this value is k plus 1 into s square plus 1.5 minus 2k into s plus 5k minus 1 equal to 0. So using route, then we get this value. For a stable system, if this is greater than 0, that means all elements of the first column is positive. We know that for this condition for stable system. So we get k greater than 0.2. If we consider this one greater than 0, then k is the less than 0.75. So this is the range of k for stable system. K is the greater than 0.2 and less than 0.75. But if we consider this is equal to 0, then k equal to 0.75. Then taking auxiliary equation, k plus 1 s square plus 5k minus 1 equal to 0, then s equal to plus minus j 1.25. So at that point, k equal to 0.75 and s equal to plus j 1.25 minus j 1.25. The question is find the k when damping ratio theta is equal to 0.5. That means damping ratio is given 0.5. So theta is equal to cos inverse 0.5. So this is equal to 60 degree. Then draw the 60 degree from this negative real axis and taking clockwise direction. Then this angle intersect the root locus at point A. According to this scale, find the point of A in the root locus. So this point, the x-axis point, and this is y. That means this is imaginary part and this is real part. So from this scale, real part is minus 0.35 and imaginary axis is j 0.6. This one. Then put the value of s at GSHs. Then taking magnitude condition, that means mod of this. So magnitude condition means mod of this equal to 1. Then find k. So k equal to 0.3 is the sources and references that I have used to prepare this video lecture are enlisted here. The last lecture is coming soon on
effect of gain on movement of poles and zeros of the system. Please follow the lecture. Thank you.